Alright, welcome to a new edition of Now We Talking. I'm your host, Sly Jones. Again, I got my co-host, always sometime Rod Brown. Also got my new co-host over here, JD. And don't forget to subscribe to the video at the end. Leave your comments on how you feel, about the debate we getting ready to have, which is going to be the top 5 diss tracks of all time. We going through the whole history of diss tracks too. I was a little inspired by the Eminem MGK thing, and it got me thinking, what's the all-time top 5 diss tracks. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I'm gonna get right into my list. And at number 5, which is always tough because I always got to leave somebody out, and with my number 5, I decided to go with Beanie Siegel's "Kiss the Game Goodbye." One thing you're gonna notice about my list is I got all type of MCs who I felt like were shooting up, dissing somebody that might have been at the time considered better than them, or somebody they probably shouldn't mess with. And when he went at Jadakiss, I thought that was an amazing diss track. Just all together, the whole thing. At number 4, which is probably gonna be controversial to my co-host over here, but I gotta go with "Back to Back" by Drake. Drake came at Meek Mill, was unexpected. We thought he was a happy rapper, so to speak, a singer, whatever, but I thought "Back to Back" was super clever, and lyrically it was good too. My number 3, I got "Second Round KO" by Canibus. Canibus came at LL back in 2000, I want to say, and at the time, it probably wasn't a smart career move, and even after the battle, it probably wasn't a good career move. He his career kind of peaked there and ended there, but coming at LL and with the lyrical performance he put out on that track, it was just amazing. My number 2 was "Ether" by Nas. Jay-Z had been pot shotting him for a while. He couldn't take it no more, and he had to come at him. And the name of the song actually tells exactly what happened in that battle. He ethered him. The takeover. I like the takeover a lot. Like as a song, I think it's a better song. But as far as like just the diss track go, it didn't compare to Ether. Ether was real clever, classic, and all-time great. And my number 1 of all time, number 1 diss track, it had more to do with the power of the song and who he was attacking, and "Let's Hit 'Em Up" by Tupac. He attacked who I consider the greatest of all time, and got personal with him. Used his beat. Everything about the song was just was damaging to Biggie at the time. Dissing his wife, dissing his crew over his own beat, and to me, that's just the number 1 all-time diss track of all time. So I'm gonna segue over to the always sometime Rod Brown, and he's gonna give us his top 5 diss tracks of all time.
Well, I got to recover from this Drake back to back. That's crazy.
Yeah, that ain't just controversial with him.
Oh man! All right. So let me see. I'm gonna go number 5. Number 5 was rough. I gotta get honorable mention to the "Being You" by Common. I just listened to that before we started. Well, on the way over here, and I gotta get honorable mention also to "The Bridge Is Over" by the Blastmaster KRS. That was hard too. But for my number 5, I'm gonna go with "Second Round KO" by Canibus when he dissed LL. Sometimes he said it wasn't a good career decision, but you listen to it, he went in. I like the concept too, how he had Mike Tyson on the track. He was training him, and they had the bell ring like he was going out to battle. So I like the way they put it together. It was a nice concept, whatever. B was hard. He went in on him or whatever.
Not to cut you off, but if you think about it, the name of the song also was valid to how he attacked it, because it was like LL had hit him first with the 4-3-2-1,
right,
and then he came back with the second round knockout, saying I'm finishing him off right now. So.
Yeah. So I go with second round KO for number 5. Number 4, what was my number 4? Number 4, I got hit him up. The only reason I don't have a high is because of the Outlaws. I think he should have left them off. I mean, they did good, but they weren't me at the level where he was at. The vitriol stuff he was coming out. Yeah, I think it might have been number 1 if the way he was going. If he would have did it by himself, I think it would have been like Eat the Light if he would have kept going with it. So that's the only reason I got it at 4 because of the Outlaws. But I mean, of course, Pac his verse on their classic or whatever. So hit him up 4. 3 I went with I went with the Takeover or whatever and stuff. I mean, Nas my guy, but Jay went in. It was hard, and he took down Mobb Deep too. So he basically took Nas and Mobb Deep, down in the same track. The production Kanye with the door sample. It was hard, and he did it. I like at the end how he left a little nugget about he's messing with Nas' baby mom. Well, we didn't know at the time, but I like how he left it out there, whatever. Like I said, he put it together though. So I like to take over a lot. For 3, 2 I went with No Vaseline by Q or whatever. I like that record because I don't think he was expected or whatever. And then he did the whole group, the whole NWA and Jerry Heller. So I like the way he put it together. As far as that goes, so I go with No Vaseline for 2. And number 1, I got Nas, I got Ether or whatever. So well, for 1, for me it was unexpected. I ain't no Nas, heads in him like that, whatever, like that. Takeover, Jay-Z had him against the rope, like they said he had him in the figure 4. So I mean, I thought he was gonna have to tap out, but when he came with Ether, what I'm saying, it was hard, the track, the hook, the things he touched on. So I got Ether 1, so that's my top 5 diss tracks. So I'm gonna give it over to JD.
Alright, so I had to leave second round KO off my list. So that one would finish 6. So it was a tough decision, but my number 5 is the same as yours, so you might like this one. That's Kiss the Game Goodbye from Beanie Sigel. Like you say, he was swinging up on that one, and I think lyrically it's like one of the best diss tracks I ever heard. I don't know what kind of impact it had across, the form, but
I think that the fact that back then, Jadakiss was considered, somebody not to be messed with.
Yeah, him and the group he was with.
Yeah, nobody ever came at them. Yeah. So, I think that's what made that diss so impressive.
Yeah. Okay, and number 4 was No Vaseline by Ice Cube. When I was trying to come up with this list, I went back and listened to that, and man, what he was saying about Jerry Heller was, and what he was doing to the rest of the group members.
There's some old white guy that don't rap, and that's one.
But it ain't just that he was dissing the old white guy. It was the stuff he was saying about him, which was sick.
Yeah. You disqualified. Now with that back to back.
Yeah, number 3 on my list is Tupac Hit 'Em Up. I agree with you, Rob. The only reason it ain't high is because the Outlaws didn't really belong on the song. They really didn't have nothing to do with the beef in the first place. So, but other than that, I love Biggie, but I don't know how he showed his face after that for a while. Yeah. Number 2 is The Takeover, because I think it was a good song, like you said, although that ain't the most important thing when it comes to diss tracks. But the only reason I think it's number 2 is because he didn't focus on one person. He went after a few people. And number 1 is Ether, speaks for itself. I think, to me, Nas had at least a couple of sub-pop albums leading up to that. Then Jay-Z came after him with The Takeover, and I thought that was pretty much the end of him. And then when he released Ether, not only was it a good comeback, but his career took off again after that. So it did it on both tracks. So that's my top 5.
So it seemed like we got similar lists, other than
Other
me having
than
Drake on there, and y'all
yeah,
having Cube, and you had somebody else that I don't think we had. Oh, we had something that you didn't. Oh yeah, you didn't have the
Y'all had Benny
track,
Siegel.
right?
Yeah, Jadakiss, yeah.
So
I mean, but that was hard too, though. You know, I ain't as big as Benny Siegel fans as you two, but yeah.
so y'all don't take no points away from the fact that Cube was dissing people that couldn't rap.
Yo guy made a pop song.
Yo guy might not.
Back to Back wasn't a pop song.
Yo guy might not even wrote his rap. Hey, that's points away.
Well, but we don't know that.
He probably ain't right.
Or yeah, help writing.
Okay, let's talk about the song. Cube dissed a bunch of people that can't rap.
MC Ran can rap.
What MC Ren was the other guy who was writing with him, right? And yeah.
Him, Jerry Heller, Easy E.
Yeah.
What's the other guy? Yellow.
Yellow.
Yeah, whatever. None of them can rap. He dissed a bunch of people that couldn't rap. Isn't it more impressive to diss somebody that people consider better than you?
But they came for him. It ain't like he started.
But was Meek? I don't think Meek Mills was considered better than Drake.
He definitely wasn't a bigger name.
But Drake wasn't in that conversation at the time. Like people listen to Drake for singing like pop, like you said, pop music. Nobody really kind of listened to him for like hip hop until then. Like they was like, oh, Drake got some go.
Nah. You should be ashamed.
It was a radio hit. You shouldn't be able to play a diss track on the radio.
Why I ain't gonna say that, but
hit him up. Let's play.
Yeah.
I
mean, I thought Back to Back was cool, but it wasn't all that great to me. It was all right.
The man attacks him on an angle that he was not able. Meek Mill became a meme after that. Like
not just because Drake popular.
As Game said, you take an L every time you go viral.
That's just because Drake popular. Just like Cannabis to me killed LL, but LL won because he LL just popular.
LL didn't win the battle. He won. He won by the career. I don't think he won the war. I think he just won because he LL and his career still was
right. Like I said, I think Drake bigger than Meek Mill, so I think that kind of helped him too. He
a bigger star.
And I don't think people were surprised that Drake came like that. I mean, like I said, like you said, it's more of a something bad with the hook. I mean, it was cool.
Forget the hook.
I don't even think about that.
I know what he was trying.
I think I like he said what he said. Is that your tour, your girl's tour, whatever he said. But,
and what he say, trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers.
Yeah, that's a cute line.
I know what he was trying to do. He said it. I seen him. He said that he was trying to make it so it was a hit, so it'd get played over and over and over.
It makes sense.
It makes sense
based on who he is.
It don't belong on the list.
Yeah, based on who he is.
Wasn't Second Round Knockout not on your list?
It was number 6.
Doesn't that mean it's not on your list?
Yeah.
So No Vaseline is a better diss track than Second Round Knockout.
To me, it is. Yeah.
So Cannabis, who's lyrically better than Ice Cube, attack somebody that's lyrically better than everybody he dissed, but he don't belong higher on that list. That's basically what I'm hearing right now.
They came for him first.
They terrible.
It don't matter, but he still took out a whole. NWA was probably the biggest group at the time.
Not because they were good. Not because they were good. Because they were influential.
Well, why then?
Because they were influential.
So you don't
they did something that had never been done.
So you don't think they made good records?
They got music I like, but I don't listen to it for the spitting on it. When you listen to a diss track, you got to listen to the spit because that's a verbal attack. So you got to be lyrical. Like you can't get on there and just be terrible. Ain't nobody gonna want to hear it.
You ain't had no Vaseline in your file, right?
Not because I didn't think it was a good diss track. It's because I didn't like who he was dissing.
Well, I think the one
I didn't like who he was dissing. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think it. I didn't think like a good battle would have came from it.
Down.
Yeah, he dissing down. You know, like picking on somebody.
But I think it's one thing that should change your mind about that, and that's they came for him first. It ain't like he attacked somebody who was lower than him.
Let me tell you something.
So he should have just left it alone and not saying nothing after they came after him?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it can't be on my list because of that. Like if some little guy came up to me and pushed me,
You don't let him get away with it?
No, I might be like maybe muff him a little bit, but I ain't gonna be bragging about it. Like, hey, look how I just handled him. I pounded him out.
But what if you don't?
And y'all not gonna give me credit for it either.
What if you don't do nothing the first time? He go around telling everybody that he punked you, he pushed you, and got away with it.
Okay. Like I said, even if I pushed him back, I'm not gonna get no credit for it. Y'all not even gonna give me credit for it. So how do you get credit for dissing people that can't rap? They couldn't come back.
MC Ren can rap.
MC Ren is okay. He's okay.
Well, according to you, Cube, okay.
He is.
I did put it through okay.
No, but he's better than them, is what I'm saying. Like, he's better than Ren. He's better than Easy. He's better than Dre. He's better than Jerry Heller. Like
I just like the concept because, like I said, because he did the whole group or whatever stuff. You know what I'm saying? That I don't think people thought, kind of like the Nas thing. Well, we knew Cube was writing a lot of stuff, him and Ren, whatever, but I don't think people thought he'd come back at them like that. Because probably when he branched off, people probably thought he was done or whatever.
Well, I think one of the reasons why people didn't think that he would come at them because like diss tracks over West wasn't popular like that. You had the stuff over in the East with, KRS and LL, Kool Moe Dee and all them. Mm-hmm. But over West, you hadn't really heard that yet. So he was like the first one that like kind of went into that lane. To me, it just, I don't know, it's not as impressive when you shooting down, when you picking on somebody. To me,
but we just told you that Drake was shooting down then because Drake was. But that's arguable.
He's a bigger artist.
Well, okay,
but as far as hip hop go. At the time, you would have got a lot of people that told you Meek Mill was better than him. Lyrically. Like, people didn't know he could do that. That's what made it so impressive to me.
You said lyrically?
Yeah.
The first album Ice Cube released after he left NWA, he didn't say nothing about him. They came for him. He had to respond.
Why do you keep saying that like that?
I'm saying, what would people have said about him if he didn't respond?
I'm not saying that he shouldn't have came with no Vaseline. I'm saying it don't belong on the list.
Yes, it do.
That's the argument. Like, your argument is not my argument. My argument is it don't belong on the list because of who he attacked.
It don't matter who you attack. It matter how you put it together. If it's cold, it's cold.
I'm not saying that it's not cold, and I'm not saying that he didn't put it together well. What I'm saying is part of my cry to me, swinging up is more impressive.
That's real important there.
No, it's more impressive.
Well, Drake didn't swing up though.
That's
I agree with that. Mills is not as big as Drake. Never.
But is he better? I ain't say big. I said better. Who's better lyrically at the time before Back to Back? And Drake started making few more hip hop songs. Who was better?
I like Drake music better than.
But who was better lyrically to you? Like, did you honestly think if you'd heard, oh man, Drake and Meek Mill about to have a battle?
I mean, to be honest with you, Meek Mill, he okay. I mean,
I'm not saying he's great either. But I'm saying at the time though, we didn't know Drake could get down like that.
We still don't. In my opinion.
He loves hating.
No, I mean, it wasn't a bad song.
That Back to Back got to go for no top 5.
It wasn't nothing that had me screaming.
That second round knockout. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
So but what you have? Ether, Takeover, No Vaseline, the Beanie Siegel.
Yeah,
and what was your other one?
Hit 'em up. Yeah.
But he ain't got nothing bad though. Like yours pitiful with that Back to Back.
And one song that don't belong that's on both of y'all lists is the Takeover.
Why not? The Takeover.
Because it wasn't an all-out attack. It wasn't an all-out assault.
Yeah, it was.
It was a verse.
And he attacked them all out on that verse.
He did 2 basically for Mob Deep.
He did 1 verse for Mob Deep, 1 verse for Jay-Z, 2 verses for nobody.
No, I don't agree with that.
It was a 4-verse song, right?
Yeah, it was a 4-verse song.
A 4-verse song. The first verse and the 4th verse was just random. What'd he say? Somebody told me don't argue with fools because people from a distance can't tell who is.
I mean, he was talking about other people. We didn't know who he was talking about. But what he did to Nas and Mobb Deep was so good. I'm talking about the hook, the production, the whole thing.
As far as the song goes,
he broke his career down album by album in that verse. Jay-Z broke Nas' career down album by album and still talking about how he fell off.
How he fall off? He just hit here.
No, I'm not saying he fell off. I'm saying Jay-Z was saying that he fell off. He was breaking it down album by album. This one was okay. This one was
Yeah, some of his albums just okay.
He was breaking it. I'm saying that's the
In
reason
his
why.
opinion, yeah, right.
That was the reason why it was so good. Whether you agree with him or not, that's what he was saying.
I don't agree, but yeah. It was cute. It was cute. And it was hard though. It was hard. And when he went to MRD was hard too.
And he released Prodigy.
I'd like to take over.
Well, God rest Prodigy soul, but I don't think he was never the same after that.
Well, it ain't like they were never popping in the first place.
But they weren't platinum.
But that was good though.
They were good. What I'm saying is, it wasn't like Prodigy was like on
their level.
Yeah, so it wasn't like he was ever going to
be able to come back at him.
No, I'm saying like he was never going to be like on Jay-Z level. Like he was never going to blow up anyway. So it wasn't like Jay-Z.
But I don't really think he tried to because of the type of, they made that gritty, grimy, underground type music.
That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't like Jay-Z stopped anything.
They ain't going to make no excuse me, misses, and give it to me and nothing like, yeah, Marty ain't going to make them type of records.
What was number one on your list?
Hit 'em up.
Hit 'em up, okay. I think it might be a little bit too high.
Okay, so let me ask you, so what about the Outlaws? Shouldn't they have knocked it down for you? Because they definitely weren't where Tupac was on the song.
To me, again, when you're swinging up, that's like super impressive. And he swung up to me to the highest level you could swing up.
But what
okay, so it's a lot of people that tell you Tupac was better than Biggie versus Drake and Meek Mill. That'd be a wild. Now that'd be some people. A lot of people think Tupac number one.
So in a lot.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, if it's arguable, like people.
But they were the two top people probably at the time.
But people will tell you that he's. Most people like when they speak just plain lyrically, most people that really listen to lyrics gonna pick Biggie.
Mm-hmm.
So. But when they talking about artists, like as far as music and influence and other things, then Tupac, he gets some steam from that. But with Drake and Meek Mill, what I'm saying is Drake was a bigger artist, but Meek Mill, a lot of people would think at the time, not now, but at the time, people would thought Meek Mill was better lyrically. Because
I see what you're saying. Because you say Meek Mill and Drake gonna do a battle.
Right,
I'm gonna say Meek Mill
before that. Now people would be like, "Oh,
then he was known for being a battle rapper in Philly."
Right,
that's kind of how he got his name. So
that's why I think that's why I put.
But the song still shouldn't have been on it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as y'all can see, my list is the actual list that makes sense anyway. But we're gonna wrap this up.
No, it's not. You're gonna get a lot of comments about back to back being the top. So over the I'll just say the B and U. So you put back over the B and U with comment and the bridge is over.
Those songs wouldn't even be like 6 or 7.
And you didn't even have it 5. You had it 4?
Yeah.
So of all time?
Over what? Beanie Siegel?
Yeah.
I don't even know that's what it is, but I'm gonna let y'all have it. It was good though. It was good. Okay, so what's your 6 and 7 then? You said you wouldn't even hear.
Honestly, if I had to do a 6, the one song that I had trouble leaving out was the 300 bars by The Game.
Man. When somebody first told me that he dropped a 15-minute song, I didn't want to have no part of it. I was like, there's no way in the world this dude made a 15-minute song that was interesting. And then I heard it.
I'll tell you this much, that is better as a diss track than back to back.
You ain't have second round knockouts.
You have back to back,
which is a lot more interesting than.
And if it was gonna make your list,
it was not interesting.
And if it was gonna make your list,
I'm not the only person that thinks.
If it was gonna make your list, it should have been at least
back to back is a top diss track of all time.
Not no top 5. I bet you more people think it's not than it is.
Well, because people probably don't respect Drake like that.
I can't wait till the comments. Take care of them, social media. Take care of them.
Well, we gonna wrap this up. Again, y'all leaving y'all in the comment section what y'all think is the top diss tracks of all time. Again, and thank my host always, sometime Rob Brown and JD. This is Sly Jones signing out. Peace.